welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Lynda. I'm the owner of the Rosey Life Planner. It's a stationery shop and we do all sorts of cuteness for your planner. If you have been here for a while, you know what I'm gonna say. Welcome back, lovelies. Hello, lovelies. Oh, I love it. So welcome back to another video. As I said, if you're new here, I just want to introduce you to my planning system. I am currently in a Rosey planner. It is the undated version. It's Tomoe River paper, 52 GSM, and basically I am in a Giglio Appunto Rose blush. It's the croc leather. And we are setting up with the May kit from my store, and I also will be using bits and bobs, I guess, from other stores or from our own shop also, but I will try to link anything that I use in the video below. Let's go. I love setting up for the month. Apologies again because it's really hard for me at the end of each month to get my planner set up in time, but I finally found the time today to set it up. It's Monday the 6th, but anyway, we're doing it today. So let's get straight into it. We will be changing this all out to suit the May kit. Normally what I do is I do the pockets last. So I'm just gonna grab my cover out of here and we'll decorate this at the end. So stay tuned to see how this all goes at the end. First off, I will be going into my monthlies. I will be changing these cards out also, but this is my planner. I have flipped through it in previous videos, so I won't do that again. Basically, this is my journal, but sometimes I plan in it if I don't really have a mood to carry two planners around with me. But I thought I would maybe show you a spread from last month just to give you an idea of what you can do with the kits. This is just a journal layout of just what is on my mind, and sometimes I just love to stick pieces of vellum here. These are stickers, like anything at all. I'm just basically sticking down on the page. I can basically give you little examples. This was the thing that was surrounding also the kit. So when the kits come, they come wrapped in a vellum, and then you can add them. You can also use the vellums, these ones, to add to your pages also with just a little bit of glue. So much that you can do to create these really cute layouts. Also here you can see on my April, I divided like 2 days into 1 day. So sometimes I just don't have the time to journal for the whole, like one whole page a day. So it's okay, split it up into 4, split it up into 6 even, whatever suits you and whatever you think you can be consistent with that week. And I tend to, when I was setting this up last time, I was sort of like, yeah, I sort of knew that I wasn't going to have time to journal this month as much. So I just journaled down the most important things. Like, as you know, in our last video, I had a surgery last month, so I was down a little bit from that. The surgery went well, or well as it could go. When they, if you've been following along, me and my husband, we had a miscarriage in December. And we had a lot of complications since then, and we were told that maybe some of the miscarriage was left behind and we needed to have that removed. But when we went for the surgery last week, they couldn't find anything to remove, despite the ultrasound showing 2 weeks ago that there was. So I won't know anything until I go back for more appointments. But it has been a really long-winded sort of journey, but my doctor has advised that we can start our IVF journey again whenever my cycle will return. And that's the problem, it hasn't returned since the miscarriage. So it's just a waiting game now, and hopefully my body will recover well. So I've been trying to just do the things that I really want to sort of like improve on. Like, for instance, on my health, I've been like going to the gym more often. I've been also taking baths more often, and just reading and trying to calm my nervous system a little bit. Okay, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I hate absolutely hate the gym, but I have to go there because with age, I'm now going on 36, and with age my weight has risen. I'm not sure if it's due to premenopause, or I don't know if that's even happening, but it's just my body just wants to hang on to everything. So I've started to go to the gym again about 2 months ago, really into it again, but I can be in it and out it, so it's sort of just hit and miss, and I'm just trying my best. So the main thing is that we try our best, right? Okay, so this was last month. As I said, I had a surgery, and that's why I left this month, that it was sort of like really plain. I wasn't expecting any like a lot from myself for this month. It took me at least 2.5 weeks to recover fully from the surgery. I knew that month was just going to be bare minimum. So now we are on to a new month, so let's get all the things we need and let's get started with this. First off, what I always do is I first date the planner, because as I said, this is our Rosey planner undated. I'm going to show you now how I date my undated Rosey planner, so we'll just speed you up so you don't have to watch this, the boring part of that. Okay, lovely. So this is how I have set up all the dates, and what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to decorate a little bit. I have these stickers that come with the dates and the extra days, and I've been sort of adding this chapter because we only started to do this, adding these numbers, I think it was in April. So now that they're part of the kit, I definitely am going to add them to the top of my page always, so that when I flip through I know what month it is straight away. And I'm going to, what will I add around that? Let me see our stickers. Oh, I love this coffee house sticker. I don't know if you can see it really well, but here you can see it's like a coffee shop, and it has coffee deblanding and then has like this foiling. So I think I'm definitely adding that there. I wanted to incorporate a little bit of vellum this month. So this was the 3 vellums that came. Inclined to keep this one for the cover, and I'm sort of thinking if I would tear this one, because I sort of love the writing, or if I just sort of, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna take my pencil, wherever it is. Here we go. And I can see that the 30th is here, so I want to sort of like naturally go over the, and I just use the pencil to sort of outline like a sort of path that I want to cut the vellum in. Yeah, something like that. So I'm just going to take my big scissors for this. So as I was saying before, you know, don't be afraid to incorporate your vellum into your designs when designing, because they're just so cute to sort of have little vellum flaps or whatever you feel like sort of spices up your planner enough for you. Personally, I love making my planner as chunky as it possibly can be. So if you can see this, so if we lay that down here, you can see that it sort of just creates this. Oh, I like that. It's cute. But I still want to be able to add things under this. So I might add a flower or two here, or I'm not sure if I want to use it as a flap. Do I need it to be a flap, or will I just stick it down permanently? And actually, now that I have it here, I found this from one of our local stationery stores. If I can find it on Amazon or somewhere, I will link it. But it's just a sort of sticky tape. I'm sure any sticky tape, it's sort of tape on a roll. So if you're interested in using something like that, because so many of you were like, Pritt stick is going to ruin your planner. So let's see how this one works. Maybe other way around, Lynda? Yes. Oh, this looks, yeah, this looks like it's the business. And it goes on so easily. But as I said, if I can find this or something like it that I can link below, I will. It's just a sort of tape that's sticky. I don't know what they're called. Tape roller. Let me stick this down here. Just like that. Yeah, that's much better. Sort of just like, and actually it does stay pretty well. Oh, impressed. We have this down here, and I like the way that looks because it sort of blocks off the part that you are not going to use. And then I'm thinking that I want to add some little bit of floral. I think I'm going to add at least something foiled along here to give it a bit of depth. This, yes, I'm going to use the sticker that came on the envelope. I'm going to reuse that, and I'm also going to use the May sticker that actually came on the kit. So this is this one, and I'm just going to tear basically around it, and I'm going to use, if I remember, I kept it, this sticker also. You can reuse them on your planner, and this one says May, so we can use it on our monthly page. I sort of like that it has the little pink parts sticking out from it. Maybe I should use a little bit of pink. Oh, I think we're on to something. Let's try. Oh, I like that. Kind of like that. Yeah. Let's do this little bit of sort of paper mache. Yep, just like that. And then I'm going to stick the May right there. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna stick a little bit of our new tape here. Just like that. Yeah, that's cute. This is in place and looking good. Next, what I want to add is perhaps a little bit of flowers. Yes, I'm going to cut slightly like that, and I'm going to bring this along just like this, just so that we have a little bit of the gold accents going on. I've been loving our washi sticker paper because it just, you can play with it more, you're able to lift it, which is much better in my opinion, because I tend to always put my stickers in the wrong place. So I've added this, which has these little butterflies, and also I'm going to use, we have our bear box. With the bear box came these cute little stickers, so I think I'm going to add one of these little bows just to give it that little bit of yeah, that's cute. I'm not sure if you can see how cute that is. Then what I want to do here is I want to add this little bit that I have from this. So I'm going to cut this one and I'm going to add it to that pink tissue to give it then also a little bit. But that's what I was saying before, with the tissue paper that comes with the kits too. Don't be afraid to experiment a little bit with, oh, let me lift butterfly a little bit, with the papers, because you can always use them and reuse them for all sorts of projects. So as you can see here, I'm just basically using the tissue paper that the kit came wrapped in. Just gonna pop this with a little bit more tape just to keep it secured. Okay, we are in. Look at that. Now we are talking. So that is that side of the page. Now, what am I going to do on the other side of the page? Are we going to go with a bit more? I might take a little bit of these flowers. Let me think how I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to take this flower, I think. I know many of you are probably like, you're cutting the good vellum, but I use all these scraps all the time for everything, like in my journaling, behind photos. So you can just cut all the things you want to cut and don't worry about using up your supplies. Better used than not used. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that to this part. And I'm going to make sure that it folds with the page. Just like this. Because it's never good when it starts to lift. So I normally fold it before I stick it down. Just like that. And then we're going to take a little bit of tape. Normally I would just use Pritt Stick, but then I was at the stationery shop with our foster child last week buying some art supplies, and I saw this and I was like, that could make life a little bit easier. Oh, I love it. I'm loving it. So I have that one there, and I'm going to do something here that sort of makes this part pop a little bit more. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm liking that idea anymore, but this one is looking fabulous. So I'm going to add, I think, this stripe along here, because I sort of want to leave, because I like the edge of this now. I might, no I won't. Lynda, don't overdo it. Constantly have to remind myself not to overdo it. Okay, I'm gonna add this little strip to the bottom. I am loving, let me know if you're loving the little gold accents in the kits, because I'm loving them. I'm in my gold era right now, just loving the sparkle. Let me know what you are thinking. I don't think it's too much. I think there's like, I know that we could overdo it, but I think this is a few accents here and there. It sort of brightens the page a little bit. So I'm enjoying it at least, but let me know how you are enjoying it. But that is looking good to me. next, what I want to do is add something to here, because I will need to write. I have my May here, so I don't need to add a May sticker this month. Okay, so I'm going to add some decor and a functional sticker. I'm thinking, because these are so cute, I have to use one here just to outline that day. I love these half bouquets. I don't know if you love them as much as I do, but I think I love them. I think I'm going to use this one because it's longer. They're so delicate but so pretty. Oh, lovelies, I'm loving this. Yes, I'm going to add a this month sticker. I'm going to add one of these gold bows from the Bear Box collection. It should be live on our site already, so I will link it below so you can get those bows if you are interested. But I'm going to add, should I add, and then add a bow at this month? Perhaps. Should we? Let's see. I think here is missing a little something, so I'm just like kind of thinking, let me see, would it be in balance? I think so. Now, how did I have this that it looked so cute? Something like that. Okay, and now we're gonna add the this month sticker and the little bow. So I'm gonna add a bow, and I'm just gonna put the bow that it's like sort of overlapping just a little bit, and then I'm gonna add the little this month sticker, and I'm gonna add it right here. There is my setup. Next, I need to put in all my appointments and different things I have going on. I'm using, currently what I was just using today was the Bear Box notepad, and that was because I didn't want to fill in this yet, because I wanted to be able to show you my setup and me doing it, and I didn't have the time. So now I'm just gonna fill these in. So I'm gonna fill them in and I'm gonna come back to you really quickly. Okay, lovely. So normally what I do then is I go in with my little sheet of mini elements, and what I do with those is I just take a flower or one of the little items just to mark the item on the day, so that I know, okay, something is happening on that day. So I'm going to take a little bit of greenery here. So I have an ADHD appointment here, so I'm just gonna, because when you have ADHD, basically your doctor just checks in with you every now and then. I don't take medication for my ADHD, but they like to just check in and see how you are coping. I think the miscarriage probably done more damage than the ADHD is doing, but we roll with the punches. There is how I've marked. Now I have a trip to Ireland, which I will be leaving on the 16th, and I'm just going to pop one of these cute icons down. I'm going to pop down this one with the little flower, because that is a date that I definitely want to remember. And I'm going to pop just a little icon down with it too. And then this is our godchild's communion, and the reason why we are actually going to Ireland. Our godchild is making her first Holy Communion. If you are not familiar with the Catholic religion, then in our family, or in Ireland, should I say, we have first Holy Communion, and it's a Catholic tradition, and basically the girl wears a white dress and they get bread, the bread of Christ, I guess, for the first time. So that is a big day in her life. So as her godparents, we really want to be there for her. So we are flying back to Ireland to see her. So I'm going to add a nice pink flower there. So they are the major things that are going on. I'm in Ireland until the 22nd. Our flight comes back to Finland on the 22nd. So on the 22nd flight. It's so weird that I call Finland home, but my heart is still in Ireland, I think. Every time I go home, I think that I want to stay there, and then I think of all the nice things that we do here in Finland too, and I'm like, oh, it's so hard. But because I've been here now 10 years, it's almost like this is my home and this is probably where I will be forever. Okay, so I have marked our flight home. I have marked our trip to Ireland. I've marked my godchild's first Holy Communion, my ADHD doctor, and my blood test. They are the major things that are happening. And then in between, what I do is, let me show you, like I will add little things about my day to my calendar sometimes. Then sometimes it's just basically, and then just little things that have happened. So to give you an example, I might use, let me see, I have some Rosey Posies here. As I said, I don't know if I've actually said, but these are the Rosey Posy collection, and they are our store mascots. I went to the gym this morning with my sister-in-law. We had a little bonding time, so we were doing some weightlifting. So I'm going to put a little Rosey Posy down just to mark that as a little memory. I'm going to pop that down with her here, and that was this morning. So I'm just going to pop her here, and I'm just going to mark here with my pen. I'm just going to write gym. I basically just add this sort of little memories throughout my journal, and Rosey Posy was basically designed for our shop because she sort of blends with our color scheme in our shop. So as you can see, she just blends in nicely with the page. She comes in clear sticker paper or matte, whatever your preference is, but I love the clear so that you can actually just still see through her. Anyway, this is my setup. I have tons of things to do this month, so I'm going to write them down really fast and then we're going to move on. Okay, so I've just wrote down a few of the things. There is tons of other things that I need to do, but I will write them down after the video, so the video is not too long. But basically they're just the major things. Our June kit is leaving this week. I'm not sure if it's going to be the 8th or the 9th or the 10th yet, so I won't write that in. But we have the Dreams Come True box that leaves on the last week. Also, we will have our foster kids, but we haven't confirmed a date with them also, so that is sort of just left open. And normally if I have something, I use my pencil just to write it in. If, like for instance, tomorrow I have a coffee with my friend, so coffee with Mary. So I will just mark that in like that. And if we do end up meeting, because sometimes different things happen, and I just don't like to schedule anything like until I know, then I will rub it out just like this, and I will basically pop in a little memory from that day if there wasn't anything else, like an appointment or something marked down for that day, if you know what I mean. So that is how I set up my monthly spread. Along here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it this month yet, so I'm just going to leave it open because the month is still young. I'm just going to see how it ends up at the end of the month. I might put a little text here or something. Let's see. But for now, this is my monthly setup for May. I'm sorry, I make the biggest mess when I'm planning, so around my planner always looks atrocious, but here we go. I'm thinking some nice quote would be really nice along here, so I'm going to be on the lookout for that. But this is my setup, lovelies, for May in my monthly section. So let's get into the weekly section, shall we? Okay, lovely. So we're on a new weekly section, and I actually tried out a few different layouts in April. I like the idea of this, having just this huge to-do list and sort of marking them in, but then I noticed that I sort of didn't mark them in and I just used it from here. So yeah, I'm not sure if that one worked for me, but I like the layout of it. But this week I'm going to try something different. First, I'm going to take my ruler and my pen, and I'm just going to actually, or I might actually use washi. Yeah, I'm going to use washi just to define the lines. That would probably make more sense. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use some washi tape. So when you order the deluxe kit, you always get 2 washi sheets. And that always is enough to draw lines across your page. So that's what I'm going to do. As you know, I usually use my mornings for self-care, and my self-care includes doing things that will help me in the future. For instance, laundry, doing things that will help me not to be as stressed later. So as I said, that is my sort of form of self-care, and that sometimes includes going to the gym, or I'll go to the gym in the evening if I haven't made it in the morning, and plan in the morning, or just doing something that makes me feel good in the mornings, and generally sets me up for a good day ahead. I usually start work around 9:30, 10. It depends, but usually that's when I get everything done, like my breakfast, everything if I've gone to the gym. So we're gonna pop it down on the line of 10. I have my little, I don't know what this is called, it's like a little caddy of everything that sits on my desk. I'm gonna actually use, this is our coffee and planning brass clip, and I love it. When you're planning, it just keeps everything like that. So I'm going to just bring this along here and then take that ball from there. But as you saw when I showed you, that just trying different layouts also, if you're finding you're a bit stuck, which I am a little bit with my weeklies, I have to admit, sometimes I like memory planning in them, and then other times I like actually functionally planning in them. But like, I'm not sure what's up with me lately, but I just, nothing seems to be just fitting me good. Like, I don't know how to describe that, but I seem to fall off. Like, it comes to Thursday or Friday and I'm like, oh, this weekly is sort of like bothering me now. So here is my weekly spread. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to put down some stickers, and the ones that I'm gonna use, I think I'm going to use these ones from the days of the week. I have 2 of them because of the kits that I but I won't use the second sheet because that is just wasteful. I'm going to put these along the top, the smaller ones. So here is that setup, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my colorful pens. This is one of our colorful pen from the colorful pen set we have in the store. I'll link them below, but I'm just going to add in, today is the 6th, so I'm just going to add in here on top. Oh, this color suits this so well. And then I might add a little floral just to keep the page sort of on theme. So I might add, for instance, something just like that, sort of bring a little bit of zest in between the, might bring that from here. So the little mini icons, you can sort of use them, or the little mini elements, you can sort of use them just to scatter them throughout your planner, you know, to mark things like you would with just any other icon, but these are just floral to sort of go with the theme. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then Yeah, I think that I don't need it in between every one. Yeah, I want to keep it a little bit simple. I also want to use up these May month stickers, so I think I'm going to add along here, but I might add a little floral first just to give it a bit of oomph, you know, a little oomph. The good thing about these is that you can sort of layer them and you can sort of see how it looks. Like I like with these sheets, you can sort of bring it along the page. How will that look? Like this. Let's do that then. So I'm going to place this here so that it's in line with the top of this. I think I'm going to add it some way that it's sort of like not straight, just sort of free flowing. That's cute. Okay. Yes, I'm loving that. And then I'm going to use this one to also add with one of these gold ones from, again, the Bear Box collection. And I might use a little pencil. Yeah, because look at how cute those are. Like, oh! So I'm going to add the little pencil here. Like as if it's like drawing the... And I'm going to put this week. Just like that. That is how I've added that. And then I'll add all my bits there. Here is then my self-care time. Today I went to the gym, as I mentioned, so I'm going to add a little emoji for that, and I'm going to use a little bit different one from what I was using this morning. So I'm just going to use this. I was on the treadmill this morning, so I'm not cheating by adding that one. So I'm going to add little Rosey Posey, and we went there so early because she, my sister-in-law had to go to work, so I had to meet her there at 5:30, so I was exhausted when I got there. Then when I got home, I had my breakfast and basically just cleaned around, did the bits and bobs, and started work. And that was my morning. So if you can see, each morning I just mark in what I done that morning. If it was planning, I'll just mark what time I got up at. Like usually I mark, let me see if I can show you from some previous. I have been trying out different layouts, so I have some, sometimes I do like this. I have so many different layouts. I have sort of always done this line thing, I guess. Yeah, I guess I've always done the line thing, but basically this is always my morning self-care. So from 10 onwards, it's like my work day. So today I'm just going to mark in work because this is my journal. So I just basically journal a little bit like what I was doing, but not generally like a to-do list or anything, because as I said, this is not where I like actually, how do I say, it's not where I plan my day. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just add a little, because I was answering emails and doing bits and bobs today, so I'm gonna add a little bit Rosey Posey here just to mark that I was working. So from 10, so this is today basically, and today in the morning I had design work, and then after that I had custom work, and then I had my lunch, and then we're on to filming. So I'm basically just filming this right now, so I will mark in all of that later on. And generally I finish working around 10 always, but me and my husband have been trying, because we don't see each other often enough anymore now that I work a lot from the house and he works. Because of my ADHD, the noise of the printers and sticker cutters like bother me so much when I'm trying to focus work, so I have to stay at home to be able to actually get the work done. So sometimes I don't see him until 8 or 9 at night, so, or 10 or 12. So that's why we try to finish our day a little bit around the 9 mark. It's like we're trying to put a limit on it. I'm gonna mark out that also, but I'm gonna mark it out with the bigger strip of washi that comes. So I'm gonna do the same thing basically at 9. And before the 9 o'clock, usually what I'm doing is I'm just doing my emails or this sort of like last minute pieces of work. I'm not doing any heavy work anymore. I'm just sort of cleaning up after the day and then answering customer service emails, that type of thing. And then I finish work around the 9 p.m, 10 p.m, sometimes depending on the day. At the moment my DMs are full, so that is a priority this week to sort of get through those and clear them out, because it frustrates me so much when I look in Instagram and I have so many messages that I just don't physically have any time to answer. So I take 1 day a week to go through them and answer everybody back. If it's something fast, I generally message back straight away, or if it's not something that's urgent, I'll just leave it and then I'll get back to you when I'm doing them all together. So if you are waiting from a message from me, I always answer my messages, so I always get back to you. It just depends on how busy I am when I can get back to you. Okay, lovely, so here is my weekly. I was just thinking just now when I saw my old February spread that I might do this again here, because I really enjoyed this layout, although I didn't use the whole layout, but I think I'm gonna do it again. Why not? And because I like that this month came with this type of paper too, sort of a floral. So I'm going to also do that. I just love how cute this looks. And then when you can just flip it back. I don't know, don't ask. It just, to me, it looks cute. So I'll just use a little bit of my tapey if I can find it. Actually, why don't I use my, yeah, I keep forgetting that I now have this great tape here. It's really hard to, I know us on YouTube make it look really simple, that when you are planning and doing your journaling, it's not as easy to keep your page and everything focused in the camera. Okay, I do see one fold with this tape. It does go slightly blue, but I think it's okay. And I have place still to write for, do I like it? Yeah, I think it's okay. I might go lighter on the tape on the other, let's see, actually. I'm gonna remove that piece and I'm gonna try again, because that was a little heavy on the blue. Let me do again. So let's mark again. This kind of looks cute, so we gotta use it. We gotta use it. I'm just gonna use some tape because I think I didn't like how the blue on the tape roll actually comes through the vellum. So if you are buying some sort of tape like this, remember that if it's blue, it might show through the vellum. So I'm just using Scotch tape. You know, it's my favorite. If you watch my videos, you know I love Scotch tape because it blends with the vellum so well. So there we go. Yes, I like it. You know, on weekends, I always say that I don't schedule in the times that I sort of like cut off. Well, on Friday, I always cut off from work around the same time, but I just don't know what time I go to bed at or what the plans are. So I always leave it sort of free for the weekend. And then for this piece, I think I'm going to carry it on from here. I like that flower. So I'm going to just... So as you can see, it is super easy to incorporate little things from the kit into your planner just to brighten it up or add a little flair to it. You can even add a photo under these. The list is endless. So let me just mark where is the end. Okay. And then let me show you up close. So I have my piece of vellum, and I take just a piece of Scotch tape. I put it to the end of the page of the vellum where I'm going to stick it down. And it basically, because you don't need this amount on the end, so I basically just trim it so that you leave maybe a ½ centimeter. Doesn't need that much, because I think Scotch tape is one of the tapes that's really strong for what it is. There we go. Oh, that looks so pretty. So that's how I'm doing that. Now that I have this here, I think what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of flowers to this. So I'm going to take, again, from the piece that I had already cut. God, I'm going all out this month. I'm loving this kit because it's so floral and so flowy, and I'm loving the gold accent. So I just want to get the most out of it, and I hope some of this video sort of inspires you to use up your kit, use it, and don't be afraid to sort of just use off your items, because you know they'll just lie around gathering dust. Better that you see them in your planner. And I always think that who cares how you lay them down, because at the end of the year you will look back on this planner and you'll be like, oh my god, look how much I filled out this planner, you know. So that is going to be the more important part to you than the actual how it looks. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of tape to the back of this piece, and I'm gonna add that right there, because I wanted to add a little bit more depth to this, just to add a bit of flair there to the weekend, because the weekends, let's face it, we don't always have a lot going on, or if we do, we then don't have the time to go through our planners. So I tend to have pretty blank calendar in the weekend, and if I have to work, catch up on orders, or do some designing, I sort of just schedule that in as I need to, but I don't sort of pre-plan that. I think I'm going to go with that, and then I'm going to add a bit of this greenery. I hope you are all doing good. I find that coming now into summertime, it just starts to get so busy, you know. People are having weddings and parties, and especially here in Finland, because the weather, when the weather is good here, people are out. I mean, let me know how it is in your country, but here people are out, they're doing things. And in the winter, they're in hibernation. Like, you cannot get a Finn to do anything with you in the winter, but in the summer, they just don't leave you alone. There's loads to do. So yeah, I find that at this time of year, I'm just always busy. I think that's maybe why. Why do you think like that in the winter time you tend to plan more? Is it that it is cold outside and that we just don't want to then like go out, or what is it that keeps us from the planning in the winter? Because in the summer, like I do notice that people tend to plan less, like in the summer months. And it's probably just they couldn't be bothered, to be honest, isn't it? Like, they just would rather to eat barbecue. And that's my type of people. But, you know, I hate sometimes when I look back on my summer months, and that's the months when so much are happening, but, you know, you haven't recorded it because you've been so busy. So that's the downfall of being so busy, that you don't actually have then the time to plan the things that you would want to plan then. Oh, look at how cute this came out. Oh, I love it. So that is how I'm setting up this week. I'm going to add something down here because I just want to give this page a little bit of oomph. So I might add the little coffee shop. Will I? I really love this planner also. It's cute. I might have to add that there because it's just cute. Did I ruin it? I think I did. I think I ruined it. Ah, Lynda, why can't you just be happy with what you do? I think that always, do you know when you do the thing where you're like, I'll just add a little bit more, and then before you know it, you've messed it up. Okay, so as I said, on Sunday evenings there's never much going on, so I'm gonna add that. And actually I plan a lot always on Sundays, so I'm gonna add those there with the little gold elements. That is super cute. And then I feel like this needs to flow a bit more. Me waving, hoping something happens. Let me think. Hey girl, hey. No, should I add a little bit of book? And so I'm gonna add this right down here, or maybe something like right there, that it's sort of, yeah. Oh, I'm loving how the spread came out. It's so pretty. And down here I'm gonna put what I'm grateful for. When I write here, I will be writing around these, and it makes this really cute effect then. So that's why I sort of like to add these little bits. I think I'll add this along the, maybe along here, like that. Oh, I'm so happy with how the spread turned out. What do you think? This is how it looks, lovelies. In here, I think I'm going to add my dashboard, my May dashboard. And I'm going to put it on this side and then just start my May from now, because actually I was writing everything from my day currently in my binder. So I might backtrack, or I might just stick some pages in later into here if I don't have time. So I think what I'm just going to do is just tape this in here and then just continue from there, because you know the thing is, if I leave blank pages, it might be that I don't ever get the time to go back and put the pages in. And I will storage anyway my ring planner inserts, so I'll have the information that I need there, and I won't need to. Next month, I hope that I'll be able to get this video up nice and early, so I won't have to do this anymore. I'll be able to just start planning straight away. So now I've had to skip a week in here of journaling, but as I said, I wrote all the most important things down in my ring planner in the daily inserts. So I do have a log of the things I was up to, and life hasn't been too exciting since the surgery, so there wasn't a lot to write about. Okay, now I have this in here. I'm just going to round the corners. These inserts, they don't come with rounded corners, and I'm just going to round them because our planner has a little bit of rounded corners, so I'm just going to round them out. Okay, so lovelies, that is how that looks so far. And the other inserts that came with the planner this month was this beautiful planning scene, then this, and also this Hello Lovely. And I'm actually going to use this Hello Lovely in my ring planner, because this is what I say all the time, like, hello lovely. So I'm going to use that in my ring planner, and I will use this one in one of my spreads for sure. I'm just not sure yet where. I think I will do it where I will cut it out and sort of write under it and then around it also. So yeah, I think this will be, because the thing is, like, I like putting dashboards in my notebook, but I tend to not put them in like as whole. I sort of like cut them from here and like only have that little bit and then sort of write around them or do something creative with them. So that's how I tend to use dashboards. But you can just stick them in just as I did with the May one. I tend to do that with the monthly ones, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you really quickly, for the people who are new, how I set up a daily page. So today I'm so excited to journal because I haven't gotten to journal in this this month and I wanted to show you the setup, so I really didn't want to do it without you. Okay, today is Monday the 6th, so I'm gonna pop this down. Actually, I'm gonna stick that to my hand, and I'm gonna first, today is Monday, so I'm gonna add maybe this right here, or just a second, because I'm thinking I would like to add a little bit of florals to the edge of this page. So I'm going to add these in first, just to see how and where they sit. So basically when I'm journaling, as I showed you, I add everything and anything to my planner, and I like to print pictures out with my mini printer or just on sticker paper and stick them into my planner. Every day is sort of kind of different, so I just go with how I feel, because a lot of people ask, like, how do you get your planner pages so pretty? And to be honest, I don't think about it too much. I just stick. So I'm going to stick this coffee one because I've been dying to use this coffee sticker for ages. So I'm gonna pop that down just right there, and I'm gonna pop in the Monday. Where should I like sometimes to switch it up, that it's not always at the top of the page. So I'm gonna pop it here, Monday, May 6th, just like that. And I think what I will do is I might use a little bit more of the tissue paper, just to bring in a little bit of the colors from the flowers. Just something like that. Yep. So we just get a little bit of the blue. I'm sort of going really light with this so I can not see the blue through the tissue paper. I stuck that down. And what I'm thinking of doing is just adding a little flower or two, because I'm sort of loving the texture on this paper. I like that it has the little bit of writing and sort of that old vintage vibes. I think that is how that piece is going to go. So we just pop that there. We pop the little flower just like that. Pop that. Okay, now I am loving it. Yes, I like it. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of washi, I think, just like yeah. Oh, I love it. And then just to carry on the little bit of florals that there is, I don't want to make it too, I might have this little flower coming out from here, because I think it's sort of just is like flowing, like as if it just came from the bouquet, just like that. And maybe I do like the little bird here, but that could really look cute, just hanging right there. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there. I sort of like this vibe. I want to add this coffee somewhere because I think it just looks, yeah, that I think really suits that. And then I need a little, somewhere I can feel you, you're almost here. I'm gonna add this little quote to here because that's what it feels like right now in Finland. And that is why I designed this kit to, because at this time of year for Finns, for people who live in Finland, this is just like the time of year that's just like, oh, finally, because winter just comes and goes here all the time, and it's so hard because the winter just seems like it's never going away. But here is my setup for my May, and this is for the 6th. I think I probably will add something behind here. I'm not sure if it will be a piece of this, or I'm not sure yet, or just another floral piece to sort of like fill in this little gap. Maybe I'll just do it now already because I feel like it sort of is missing something. Sometimes you gotta get creative. Just like that. And then some little, just a little bunch, you know. So I think just something to, oh, don't cover up the quote that you just put. You age it. That's what we say in Ireland, you age it. I think I did it. So here we go, here it is. So this was my little setup for May. I showed you now, this is what I would do, for instance, when I'm journaling for a day spread, and this will be just one day, so I will just journal about my whole day in there. Normally what I would do is I mark a spot where I'm going to say that's my middle line, and I'm going to write here and I'm going to write there, or I start writing here and I bring my writing up around here. So it just depends on how you want to do it. It's your planner, just enjoy the process. But for me, I love writing in columns. If I can find, now whenever I say I love writing in columns, I can never find, but for instance here, you can see that I write in columns. So that's what I do. I normally will just mark, and then I will write and write. Maybe here I will leave it bare. I don't know yet. Let's see how it turns out, and I will pop it up on Instagram. But lovelies, thank you for joining me again to mess up my table. I'm going to zoom you out so that you can see the mess, and you can see that we are not all perfect. Look at that. So lovelies, that was my May setup. That is my daily setup, and that's for today. I could also add a photo there, I just was thinking. And then my May weekly setup is here. How I just love doing this with you today. And then my May monthly setup is here. So I hope you enjoyed setting that up, like the actual planner. So now let's quickly just add a new cover to our book and set it up in our planner cover. So last month I showed you how I do it, because I love to put stickers on my planner, because when I put this on the shelf I will see that, look, it was 2024, and I just love, like, that was what was in for me that year, and I just love being able to see that. But during the months I love my planner to look like my monthly kits. So let me show you how I do it. So each of our monthly kits comes with a page, you will see, or you can just use a normal printer page, but we use A4, which is the exact size of our planners, so you can use them inside your cover if you use stickers too. So let me show you what I plan on doing. I'll take white page just like this, and I will wrap it around my planner. So So I basically just open the page. I add a little bit of tape, like the tingiest. I'm actually not going to add it to the front, but I'm going to add it to the back. So you're not going to see the back of your planner because it's going to be in the cover. So if you have a cover, but I just add, for instance, my planner in like this, and that blocks up my stickers. So then I want to also add that we, like this month, we had this beautiful sticker, or I'm thinking, will I add that one instead? That's cute. Yeah, I'm gonna add that. So I'm just gonna pop that into my planner. So what you're doing is basically with the white sheet, you're basically just covering up your stickers, but if you don't have stickers, you don't need to cover up. So you can just go ahead and put your vellum. But I love to add vellums in here because I think it just gives the planner a whole new lease on life every month, and it gives it just that new theme, so it matches everything that is inside your planner for that month. And then I just use when I take these out at the end of the month, I just use them in my journaling. So I just keep them in a folder pocket, for instance, just like this, and I'll put my last month's one in there, and I have all my bits and pieces from my April kit, and I just add them to my planner as I go when I want to journal. So here is my planner, and I'm just gonna pop that back into my cover, just like this. Then you can just see how cute it is. Like, doesn't it just add a bit of something? Like, I just love it. So out with the April, oh no, I ruined my puppy, so there was this really cute card that came, oh, I definitely want to add that to the pocket and that to the pocket. And then I have my May card. And then I have this. Okay, so, oh, I'm loving that. I think I might have to add that. So I'm absolutely loving this cafe card, and I'm gonna use this forever. I'm sure about it. It is just so beautiful. So I'm adding these little bits and bobs here to give my planner just that little bit of extra wham, and that it all matches together. And normally what I do is I always have a May calendar because I like to sort of showcase the month. So I add the little clips so that everything stays together. Just like that. Okay. And then I got some beautiful new things in my bear box. So I have to just use some of my bear items, and I think I'm going to use this little bow. Actually, I'm going to keep this bear, and I'm going to pop my little bow here, right there behind there, just like that. I'm going to leave Rosy Posy, but I'm going to add my new bear magnet. Isn't that super cute? Look at it. So I'm going to add that. Because, hello. Oh, I'm in love. Look at how cute that is. So that is my setup for May. Oh my God, my desk is a mess. every time after I film the videos, Hannes is always like, what have you done to your desk? I always clean it up before the videos, and then after the videos it's like a bomb. So here is my planner cover setup for the month. Oh, look at how cute that is. I'm going to use this as a pocket, like backing. Oh, I love that. And I think what I'm going to do is also, I'm going to cut one of the flowers out of this. And I'm going to add it like I did with the butterfly last month, because I just love like bringing some of the kit into the pockets, and I just think it just looks really, really pretty. So I'm going to add, where will I add it to? It's not looking as good as it did last month. Let me see. Yeah, that's sort of cute. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit, just like that. Oh, I love it. So there is my setup. I would want to put this one somewhere. I don't want to ruin my, or do I? Let's just do it. I would normally just put them here on the inner cover, but I'm sort of like, I don't see them that often, so I'm like, I think I'm gonna just pop it in there right at the corner so that I can read that like every time I open my planner cover. So I'm gonna add that in there too. Get in there. This is always a lot harder than it looks. And then okay, now I'm in. Oh, so lovelies, I'm sorry about the shine, but here is my planner setup for this month. I hope you can now see it in full color. Okay, lovely. So as you can see, my desk is a mess. Everything is a mess right now, but my planner isn't. That is it for this month, and that is how I am starting my May. I hope you all had fun setting up your May. I guess I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in again to another video. I really appreciate you and for listening to me for this long all the time through my setup videos. So thank you so much. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please consider doing so, because that's how people find us and that's how we grow our lovely community. So lovelies, see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.